Hi, everybody. I'm really excited to be here today. This is absolutely an awesome opportunity. I've been an entrepreneur for 15 years. I've gone from 0 to 1. I know what it takes, and frankly, I work for my investors, which is the folks here in this room. And I'm very excited to tell you what Standard Carbon is up to, because we intend on giving businesses the ability to measure and manage the impact of carbon across their entire supply chain. So, for example, if you're in agriculture, how to be able to then take the data coming out of Cultivate and then be able to use that data as well. And so what we want to do is get companies ready for this turning point. Make no mistake about it, the laws around this subject are changing. And I would have said this in my last pitch as well, but I really want to drive this point home, because the banking and finance laws have changed in Canada. The accounting laws in both Canada and the US are changing to require companies to be able to report on their emissions, and not only report on them, but also to be able to audit on them. And that's a key feature that we're able to offer. And I put this slide in just at the last minute to show you the announcement on March 7th, where the Canadian banking and insurance laws changed to require companies who offer banking and financial products to be able to capture the carbon impact of their lending and of their insuring. So don't be surprised when your bank asks you for your carbon footprint as part of your loan application. And in order to be able to do that, we are here to serve you. So we offer a SaaS product that is built according to accounting standards in conjunction with the US accounting laws, the US Accounting Association, to be able to ensure alignment with accounting requirements and the audit requirements. And that's unique in this space. Everybody else has approached this from an environmental problem. We've approached it from the accounting side. And as a result, we've designed a product that is so easy to use, it's designed for those bookkeepers, those frontline staff who are doing the data entry on the financials, to be able to also label the data with a little bit of extra information. We are an ISO accredited greenhouse gas verifier, and so what that is essentially the PN stamp for carbon credits and for these kinds of environmental reports. And that gives us the chops to be able to do this now on a software setting. And so a screenshot from the software that we've launched just last month, this is a screenshot from our MVP. It looks a lot like QuickBooks, but the important difference is that we add a number of carbon labels to that data. And so we'll take your expense, because anytime a company spends money, they're gonna get a good or a service in return. There's a carbon footprint that goes along with that. And now we are allowed, or we are enabling the transformation of that financial information into the carbon footprint. And because we've structured the data in this way, it allows for the audits to take place on a line-by-line basis. And so you can reconcile finance and climate very, very easily. And so we've got a great team in all the right places. We've got finance covered. I'm here joined by my fractional CFO, Peter Morera. We've got entrepreneurship and sustainability. My co-founder, Justin Phillips, is here as well. And then we've got Dan, who is our Chief Technology Officer. And so as far as the market goes, this is an absolutely enormous market. This is affecting small, medium, and enterprise level organizations. Absolutely everybody is touched by these climate disclosure requirements. We expect that the market is going to be 4.35 trillion by 2030. And we are perfectly positioned to be able to ride that rocket ship all the way up. And since we last pitched, we've just secured $300,000 in revenue from Suncor, Exxon, and Shell. And what we're doing for them is some consulting work as well, but they are interested in the software that we've built. Frocht, who is a freight forwarder similar to DHL, they've signed an MOU for us to do a pilot project. If they're happy with what they see, they're going to roll our software out to 164 of their global locations. And then every single time that they send an invoice, our information is going to be contained in that invoice as well. And so what I'm here to do today is to ask you to join our VC out of Minneapolis, Demos, who is already committed half the funds for this round. We've raised, in Canadian dollars, we've raised $384,000 of the $670,000 raise. Together, all combined, we've brought in over $1.2 million into this business. We did pay income tax last year. We are a profitable business. We will be profitable again this year. And frankly, at the exit, because we've been asked about that, we intend on doing a raise 9 months from now where we're going to be doing a 5x valuation. So we will be increasing the value of your investment by 500% in 9 months. Thank you very much. I look forward to your investment, and I look forward to your questions.
Great pitch, Alex. This is an exciting product, and yeah, being a CPA, I can fully appreciate the need for this and needing to get at the front lines so that you get the right data at the very beginning, because after the fact, it can be really challenging to do any of that. My question for you is, of all the opportunities that you see right now in front of Standard Carbon, which one gets you the most excited?
You know what? It's with the oil and gas sector. And so because we've just received these consulting contracts, they've actually accelerated us through the vendor approval process. Normally, to be a vendor of oil and gas, it takes about 6 months just to get vendor approval. And they've kind of had to hit the fast forward button to get us vendor approval within weeks. And what that does is that then unlocks our ability to then offer them the software product. So in fact, the consulting is almost the Trojan horse for us to then be able to say, by the way, you have this whole supply chain carbon footprint problem, and they're going to go, yeah, we don't know what to do. And we're going to say, here, show this to your CFO, who's going to look at it and go, well, that looks like accounting stuff. Yeah, that's exactly what we need.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I could do that. Interesting. Yeah, it sounds really exciting. Another question would be, if there's one additional thing that you haven't mentioned yet that you could tell the investors, what would that be?
You know what? That we are a mission-driven company. You know, we have some young staff, and we get the doom and gloom of, oh, the climate is doomed and all of that stuff. And I mean, just some of the other pitches in the room here. We have solved the problem of climate change. We have to connect the dollars to those solutions. And you know what? Ultimately, I'm going to have to answer to my grandkids, because they're going to say, why were you digging up dinosaurs to go and get groceries? So that's ultimately who I'm doing this thing for. So thank you very much.
Great pitch.
Thank you.
And with that, we are going to proceed on to announcing the winner of Summit 7 for Manitoba. Do you want to count it down on 3, Richard?
3,
2,
1.
1.
Standard Carbon!
Come on up, the whole team. Come on up. Come on up. Justin, come on up. I know. Actually, I'm going to get the rest of the Standard Carbon team to come forward as well. So come on up.
Come on, everyone.
We're going to pop some champagne here.
You guys are the pick room. I'm Max.
Come on, right up in here. We want to see that. We're going to huddle together for a photo. Okay, please grab a glass right there. There we go. All right.
This makes me frisky. Shall we have 2?
Okay, so we'll come in for a picture. I'm actually going to sneak in right in the middle here.
As exciting as this is, thank you to everyone for supporting us. Alex has an announcement that both his wife and myself have been so excited for, and hopefully today he brought the razor. So I'm gonna let him make the announcement. He committed to this.
So for a year and a half, I've been dutifully growing what I think is a fantastic mustache. For a year and a half, I have not been kissed by my wife. And I promised Justin that if we were successful, and thank you so much, that I would shave it. And so I did bring the razor. I am going to be going from here to the bathroom to shave it. So when you see me later on, I will be clean shaven. So thank you, everybody.
Boo!